Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be covering what is an EOR, or an employer of record. And this is essentially a key type of company or entity that can help you employ those employees or potential employees that you're looking to onboard and hire into your company, both legally and when they are based in another country, so that you can do this properly within your own company without having to take on all the additional legal responsibilities of that. So how does that work exactly? That's what we're going to be diving into here in today's video, as well as a few different companies that do offer these employer of record services. Now, before we dive into things, of course, if you do want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, there will also be links linked down below at the top of the video description. Again, some of which are affiliate links, which is a great way to help out and support the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into things. So, of course, an employer of record is a separate entity for your company. So let's just say you have your company here in box one. Let's just say it's an LLC, right? So this is your company. It could be a corporation, whatever. This is your company, right? That you are the manager of, or the person in charge, and you're looking to hire somebody. But you're looking to hire someone that's maybe not within your current jurisdiction or your current country, whether you're in the United States, Canada, wherever you're located. You have certain responsibilities as to whether you or not you can actually legally hire someone else. This is really key for those full-time employees that you're looking to onboard. With contractors, it's also important, but there are maybe a bit more options out there, like other platforms like Upwork for hiring contractors, where they sort of take care of that for a percentage-based fee as part of just using their platform. This is really essential for those full-time employees that you want to onboard and have 100, dedicated to your company as a full-time employee, but they are based out of maybe another country and they are remote. Maybe you're a fully remote company, you're looking to onboard people full-time. This is sort of where you hit that sweet spot where you have the separate company over here, which would then be the EOR. This is, again, the employer of record. So essentially, this external company, we'll get into specific companies in a little bit here in just a moment, but this separate entity here they will wear the hat and take the legal responsibility of actually hiring the employee, so that you're not, in your house over here is sort of insulated and separate as a separate entity from the employer of record, which is where the employee will actually be listed. And they also take care of, making sure that the jurisdictions and all of the legal filings are all properly taken care of, so that you can hire them without assuming the same level of responsibility, which, again, that type of responsibility can take much more time in hiring someone to have it done in-house versus using an external third-party company to take care of that. Does make a lot of sense, where you're just paying a fee and then they take care of the responsibility aspect, which can save you a lot of money and just the headache and time of having to manage that process. You can use an external company such as an EOR to handle that for you, which, again, keeps the entities separate. And it just makes your life a lot easier. A lot of these other EOR companies are also HR-based companies. They offer HR solutions, so they can take care of other things like some of the onboarding aspects, like the hiring, payroll. They can, take care of some of the more HR type things, even termination potentially, all the different types of HR tasks that are typically recurring tasks that need to be done, especially like payroll, and just making sure that everything is legal and in the books are good for hiring an employee in another country, again, because those specific jurisdictions may require, certain taxes to be filed, things that you just may be completely unaware of as well. So that's what an EOR does, essentially, for you and your business, so that they keep things separate over here, and then you can be happy in your LLC and not have to worry about, all the potential headaches of, bringing an employee into your company they take care of those aspects. So what are some EOR companies as well? Once we've gone through what an EOR is and what they can take care of. For the first example we have here is Remote. Now, remote.com, again, there are links down below in the top of the video description if you are interested in checking out any of these companies mentioned here in today's video. Again, the pricing is always subject to change. I'm not going to be getting into this pricing specifically too much in this video, again, because it is very specific to your needs. So I recommend maybe booking a demo with these companies so you can get a more realistic and direct quote in pricing as to what it would look like for your company. Again, a lot of these different EORs and HR solutions, they offer a variety of different services. So, you could do global HR, find candidates and all your HR data, payroll, manage your team. And then they also take care of the employer of record aspect, which again is the main focus of this video here today, is that, again, because you have that employer of record, that separate entity like we described here, like a separate legal entity that they're actually hiring the employees under, and they take care of that, means that, again, no matter where your actual employee or prospective employee is located, then they can take care of the specific legality and rules and regulations within that country. Again, as they list here, like, Albania to Vietnam, Costa Rica, Canada, Chile, no matter where your employee is located. This, again, really important for those full-time hires if you want someone, full-time and not just like a contractor or a freelancer. You can still use these services for that, but this is really, again, best suited for finding those full-time employees for your company. Again, you can also run the payroll through them as well. So this is just remote.com. Again, a lot of these companies do offer very similar services. So I'm not going to be getting too much into the specifics of, which ones may be necessarily better than the others. I do have another video going over more the specifics of each of these different companies and maybe some good comparisons between them that might help you out as well. I'll leave a link to that video in the description as well, so you can check that out if you are interested. Moving in next in this list, we also have Remo First. So Remo First is another employer of record company and compliance for your global team. They also have a demo available as well. So again, and I do like this chart that they have here. So you can see like, hey, you hired somebody in all these different countries, even within the US by an Australian company or something like that. So it kind of connects the whole world in a way that, you don't have to worry about all of the more local laws and regulations when it comes to actually hiring someone as a full-time employee, especially. That's really where these types of companies really make the most sense for remote teams. And again, they also work for international contractors as well, again, because there can be still some local compliancy things. And again, if you do want to not have to use a platform like Upwork, if you want to use a platform on your own soil, so to speak, and on your own terms, it can be more cost effective to just manage everything within a platform like Remo First as well, to even for contractors as well, so that everything's handled and everything is locally compliant, dependent on the country. As you can see your overall payroll expenses, full-time versus contractor versus onboarding. So you really have a full dashboard suite in a platform like Remo First as well. Now, depending on what countries you do plan on hiring, that might be a key point for you to compare between these different companies, depending on where the prospective employees are located. That might be something worth looking into as far as, specific work permits that they have available underneath their employer of record. So they, Remo First has over 85 countries. A country guide might help you as far as, which one to choose. Maybe some offer one versus the other as well. I mean, it just makes sense, of course. So moving along, next we also have Deal. Now, Deal is a very popular company within this space as well. They have a really smooth platform, in my opinion, in terms of the way that everything just looks and feels. Is a very easy to use platform. Again, you can set up wages, taxes, benefits, bonuses, and all the different active visas that they have available for the employer of record within that. So they actually have up to 260 countries So that's quite a lot of different countries that they have available. So, you can scale globally, as you can see here, and not have to worry about, hey, is this, a country included. They just because they have a lot of countries included in their platform. They are also a global payroll platform again, so you can handle all of the HR operations, payment as well. They do also have equity management, so if you are planning on doing like stock options and things like that, they do also have that available if that's something you want to offer within your company. In addition, you can see, specific team members and performance-based tools, all the typical like HR things that you would expect from maybe a platform like ADP or Gusto. You have those types of things in here as well. I just really like the overall UI and UX of Deal as well, and they do have just a high amount of countries available for their platform. Moving on, next we also have Oyster HR, which is again another global employment platform. They have over 180 countries, so quite a bit of countries available as well. Again, I would recommend trying out a demo with any of these different companies just so you can get a good idea as to which one might be best suited for your specific needs in terms of what you want out of a platform. Again, maybe you do need more of the HR type management, or maybe you really do just care about the employer of record aspect of it, and just having that part taken care of. You don't necessarily need all of the other products that are available, such as the talent, global contractors. Like if you like an employer of record, again, as you can see here, is primarily for hiring and paying global full-timers, versus global contractors is more like hire and pay global contractors. So again, like I said, that's the main selling point of an employer of record. Again, you can still use a lot of these companies for hiring contractors too. So that's something worth considering there as well. You can run payroll. So a lot of these platforms are sort of like an all-in-one solution for global employment as a whole, especially as with after everything's been so remote, a lot of companies have shifted, to just hiring a lot of staff members remote because it's more flexible. They have a larger talent pool available, especially when you open it up even beyond the US or whatever country you're based out of, and you open it up to other countries. You just have a much larger talent pool to choose from as well. So it's obviously it can make a lot of sense to, use companies like this, such as Oyster, as well as just another one within these companies. So guys, that pretty much wraps up this video here today of some of the best EORs, as well as going over, what is an EOR and really what is an employer of record and how does it differentiate, separating the entities here. As you can see, a separate entity, for hiring and onboarding those employees, and then also, for especially the international employees. That's the main benefit here of these services and companies. So you can have your remote team. I get this is sort of like an in-office photo, but if you just picture them all, distributed across the globe, these are the employees, and you can hire them all across the globe. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you do want to check out any of the companies mentioned here in today's video, there will be links linked down below in the video description. Again, hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that is all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.